Raiders fans, pay close attention. While many people will only wake up to what is happening in Las Vegas when it is too late, we are here to bring you firsthand the safe moves that the board has been making this off-season. An aggressive, bold strategy that could completely change the course of the franchise in the coming seasons. It is no exaggeration. What the Raiders are putting together now could be the basis for a new winning cycle. We begin with a true master stroke by GM and defensive coordinator Patrick Graham. The Raiders did not bring in Jeremy Chinn by chance. He did not come just to be another name on the roster. He came to be the wild card for this defense that is searching for its identity. Chinn signed a 2-year contract for $16 million. But what really draws attention is how he will be used. Patrick Graham has already made it clear that the plan is to transform the versatile defender into a true chess piece within the defensive scheme, and it's no exaggeration to say that few NFL players have the range of skills that Jeremy Chinn has. Today, last season, playing for the Washington Commanders, Chinn played in practically every possible defensive position. 470 snaps as a linebacker in the box, 369 snaps as a safety, 222 snaps in the slot, 106 snaps coming from the edge as a pass rusher, and up to 40 snaps as a quarterback. In other words, he is an athlete who can be moved to any area of the field, adapting quickly to the needs of the moment. This versatility has made the Commanders one of the toughest defenses to overcome in the NFL's passing game in 2023, allowing the third fewest passing yards in the entire league. And Chinn's individual numbers confirm his importance. 117 total tackles, 7 tackles for loss of yards, 2 sacks and 1 fumble thrown in 17 games. Patrick Graham has publicly praised Chinn's commitment and intelligence in recent training sessions. He's like a sponge, absorbing the system, understanding what we want and bringing elite physical attributes: speed, size, physicality, ability to attack the ball. Everything about him is positive, the defensive coordinator highlighted, and it is precisely this change that promises to transform the Raiders' defense, which ended 2024 still in the bottom half of the league. Now, with a more aggressive system, Graham will be able to surprise opponents week after week, and Chinn will be a central piece of that strategy. But the adjustments don't stop there. The Las Vegas front office already has another target on its radar to strengthen the team even more. And now we enter a possible move that could shock a lot of people. While the roster is being shaped during mandatory minicamps, the Raiders' coaching staff is working meticulously on every detail of the roster, and one of the areas that requires the most attention is precisely the offensive mandatory minicamp in Las Vegas. Although the player has not yet signed a contract, his presence in the workouts shows that the interest from the Raiders is real and significant. And it is not difficult to understand why the first thing that impresses anyone is his extraordinary size at 6'1" tall and 340 pounds. Caleb Jones is among the largest players in the modern NFL in terms of physical size. Only Dan Skipper of the Detroit Lions is a few inches taller than him, 6'2". But Jones still carries 40 pounds more mass on the field. He literally looks like a living wall, something that naturally draws the attention of any coaching staff looking for solid protection for their offense. Despite having this frightening physical potential, Jones has not yet had many real opportunities within the league since entering the NFL as an undrafted free agent with the Packers in 2022. He has only participated in one official game. He recently spent the season on the New England Patriots practice squad, where he improved his technical and physical development. However, it is precisely this profile of a raw athlete who is still under construction that attracts the interest of the Raiders. Las Vegas sees him as a kind of long-term project, a diamond to be polished within its new philosophy of early line development. It is worth remembering that behind the scenes, the coaching staff has done a highly praised job in this area. Pete Carroll, who has recently taken over as head coach, has shown complete confidence in the development of the linemen, under offensive coordinator Chip Kelly and offensive line coach Brennan Carroll. In a recent interview, Carroll said, "They've really raised the level of the group. Their footwork is solid, their hand positioning is impeccable, and the communication between them has been very efficient. Chip Kelly is a complex system, but everyone is catching on quickly. In addition, Chip Kelly's style of work prioritizes adaptable, agile, and extremely well-coordinated forward lines, which further increases the appeal of physically dominant players like Caleb Jones. If he can improve his technique and adjust his transition, Jones could become a valuable option both as an immediate backup and in the future as a starter. With the possible arrival of Caleb Jones, the competition within the Raiders' offensive line is likely to become even fiercer, and that is exactly what Pete Carroll wants. A competitive roster with depth and prepared for any situation. In a league where injuries can change the course of an entire season, having players like Jones ready to go can be a game-changing strategy throughout the year. Of course, all of this is also part of an even bigger plan, because while the coaching staff is strengthening its pocketbook, the debate over who will be the true leader of the offense continues to grow within the franchise, and that's when another name starts to generate discussion. Behind the scenes at the Raiders,